people fall in love with the pictures, right?
Right.
But everything about the unit is functional.
Just doesn't look very beachy.
No, it doesn't, and he's one of these guys that he's a good guy, but he knows everything.
Right. Right.
And he's also an insurance adjuster and all that stuff. So I'm not going to tell him anything he doesn't already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But what I would like to do is I would like to come in here and do more of this beach stuff.
Right.
And I think just as simple as get rid of the blue bedspreads
Mm-hmm.
and maybe put some more beach stuff on the wall, then he'll do better.
Yeah. And what's the asking on this?
I brought it all the way down to 223.
223 here. Okay.
And I'll also tell you that, there we go. He's got just a lot of clutter. See, well, this at one time was a closet like the one upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't do this one. Someone else did this one. You see, that's where they put the refrigerator.
Right. Right.
And then this one actually has a full-size bathtub. And really, I will tell you what sells better are the showers. And I'll show you one downstairs that I just did.
Mm-hmm.
Some people want the bathtub, bro.
Yeah.
Some people don't want the bathtub because if they show up with their kids, they need a place to give them a bath.
Right.
And the nice thing about the bathtubs, there's one place that it's going to leak. If it leaks, and it's going to be around the drain.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, this is the wall for it. But some people like the bathtubs, but it seems what's the most popular is the tile.
Right.
Now, what I'll tell you right now is that if there's anything about the condo that you don't like, don't let that stop you from buying it, because I have people.
Mm-hmm.
I have people. Anything that you want, I can have done.
Yeah,
reasonably too.
Right.
But also, I don't recommend we do it during the season. We want to do these things during the off season.
That makes only sense.
Because you start dragging drywall up the stairs and and everything
Oh,
else.
you can't get around
problem.
it. I get that.
But as far as top of the golf, there's two other units that are in the building that are this price, but they don't have a view.
Right.
And the owners have been here for 30 years, and they're not accepting the fact that prices are coming down.
Right.
And they keep saying, well, you know what, Tony, real estate always goes back up. And I'm like, ma'am, you're 80. It is going to go back up, but not in your lifetime. You're done.
You're not going to see it.
You're done.
Yeah.
You're either taking it now or you're going to ride it down some more.
Gotcha.
But I think that probably come August or so, I think everybody's going to start thinking this 220 like that. That's what I think. And that's just my thought on it. As far as it going down anymore, I can't imagine, because what are our options? Right now, our options in Panama City Beach, if you want the beach, is Fontainebleau.
Right.
They're around 200. Now, I've seen some like 170, 180, but they're just playing a game.
Right.
You still got that $60,000 assessment, or what is it now? I haven't looked in a week.
I don't know.
It was 40 because I just sold one over there. I sold one to a guy. He paid 200 for it 2 years ago. And then we ended up selling it about 6 months ago for $189.
Okay.
But there was still a $40,000 assessment. Well, the city decided they were going to widen the street there, so there was no parking at Fontainebleau, and everybody was parking on the street.
Right.
Well, now they lost that. According to their association documents, and they're not a condominium, they're a cooperative, so they don't actually own the land.
That's what I understand.
Yes. So but they still had to provide parking for their owners.
Right.
So what did they do? They bought the dollar store across the street.
Okay. Right.
So now every owner got hit with another $60,000 assessment.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they have more in assessments than the units are actually worth.
Right.
So in order to sell one there, you've got to offer to pay off the assessment to the owner.
Right.
Because you're not going to buy a unit over there with a $60,000 assessment. Even if you knew the game,
Right.
it's still too much of a risk. How in the hell did you get into that situation?
Right.
I'm not getting into a building where the board of directors can't figure out their shit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
The thing about this building here, the board of directors that are here have been involved in this building for 30, 40 years.
They kind of know their way
I know
around.
them all.
Yeah, yeah.
I know them all, you know, and everything is dressed.
Right.
Now, it's going to be like everyone else. There's a clique here.
Right.
There's a clique.
Yeah.
I advise you to stay in the clique.
Yeah.
I fought them forever.
Yeah.
I've run for the board.
Yeah.
I've badmouthed everybody.
Yeah.
I've printed out T-shirts you know, and gone into the HOA
Yeah.
meetings and say, Ray must resign.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And he's the president. I mean, and I've done all that.
Yeah.
You know, so I get it, but at the same time, too, you're not gonna win against the HOA.
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
So, but everything is pretty nice
Yeah,
in here.
yeah.
I mean, it's not, and none of it's garbage.
No,
It's just, I think for me, what I would do, I mean, obviously he's keeping it rented out.
right,
And it's been a little bit hard to show because, but you can see the beds are not level.
right,
And these beds are damn $80 for frames.
right.
So, and I think the mattresses are the same size.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs mattresses. What I do now is I get the memory foams off Amazon.
Yeah,
They're like $200.
Right.
They ship them to your door.
Right.
And you put them on there. And the nice thing about memory foam is that they don't, they're what is it, hypoallergenic.
Right.
And they won't take any type of bed mites.
okay, cool.
So they're anti-bed mites, which is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
In Panama City Beach,